always end up a little drunk at the end. And it's like, well, you know, we're drinking. It's social drinking. We're drinking together. And of course, for those that don't drink, it's quite all right. Have tea, coffee, whatever. And since we're on Pirate Radio, I will not mention any names of any products. It's not for Pirate Radio. No commercial stuff. So, Pirate SWL says rules. We don't need no stinking rules. Yeah, exactly. And Joseph Slepowski says, very enjoyable show. Thank you very much. And you know, that's the thing. Jerry says, shortwave less beer equals good time. That's true. Pete Decker, just don't spill the beer on the radio. Yeah, that is important. I almost did something bad this week. I had a glass of water near my computer, and the cat moved next to me, and the water spilled over. Thank God, for some unknown reason, it didn't go into the laptop. I was extremely happy. That boy says, don't remind me of beer right now. I had a bad night yesterday. Oh boy, that is, yeah. It all happens. I'll be drinking a little more tomorrow probably because tomorrow night I'm having a karaoke night with a few friends of mine. From time to time, and we have this evening where we go at a karaoke bar next to where I live and have a few drinks, and we call that loup-garou in French. It's the werewolf. So I call that werewolf night. And everybody asks me, why do you call your nights werewolf night? And it all goes down about 2 years ago. It was a Sunday evening, and I was looking for an excuse to call everybody and say, hey, a few beers tonight? And I was thinking, hey, I looked at the calendar, and it was a full moon. And I said, hey, when I have a few beers tonight, it's werewolf night. And everybody said, werewolf night? Yeah, it's full moon. And since then, every few months, we get together and we have a nice evening called Werewolf Night. And I always try to match that night with the full moon. So it's the full moon tonight, so it's Werewolf Night tomorrow night. It's kind of always fun. So, you know, pretty cool. Dean Newman says we are drinking together. Cool. Richard Cook says that there's a weak carrier on U20 from 5150 kilohertz now. That's cool. That means that 5150 is just barely making it across the Atlantic Ocean. That is really cool. And I mean, if I'd be a pirate station, knowing that my signal will go up to, you know, the other side of the ocean, I can tell you, I'd be extremely happy. I can tell you that. And so, basically, just barely making it to the Atlantic, across the Atlantic. That's nice. So, it's really nice. So here's the Eggs the Cat saying hello to everybody. The Eggs the Cat just with sleepy eyes, and the Eggs the Cat being the star of the show, is wanting to sleep on me now. So basically, the next live shows, I'm not sure yet of the subject, by the way, for the next shows that we're going to do. So, you know, I kind of whip up. Lately, what I've been doing in the live shows is just like, you know, thinking, oh, okay, this, you know, Friday's a show. And just, you know, like 2 days before saying, okay, well, I'm going to talk about what. You know, since this was Pirates period of the year, basically because of Halloween, I thought, well, a pirate show would be nice, and it's extremely cool because Pirates is you know, not just the fact that you are talking about it, but being on pirate stations at the same time just makes this show even more cool. Even more cool, I can tell you that. So, David says Gilles Pirate Station should be called Beer Radio International, featuring himself as singing David Bowie songs. Oh, that would be, that would be so funny. A pirate station where the guy or girl sings every song during the show instead of playing them. We need one. Karaoke Radio International. And maybe I wouldn't call it Beer Radio, David. If I had a shortwave pirate, I'd call it Booze Radio International. You're listening to Booze Radio Pirate Station, where we drink all the time. Oh, man. So, okay, what else do we have here? If I look around, make sure that I'm not missing out anybody. Joseph says there's a 90s pirate called East Coast Beer Drinker. That's cool. That's a pirate that could be interesting. What are the most... I have one here. What are the most unusual pirate stations you've ever heard? If anybody wants to answer this. Like I said, one of the most unusual pirates that I've heard was We Love Interval Signals, WLIS. And I guess he's not on the air anymore. I haven't heard that in such a long time. But when he was on the air, that was cool. He was playing interval signals from shortwave broadcast. That was cool. That was interesting. Pirate SWS says Pee-wee. Matthew Kelleher says my answer solar centric. Yeah, that is interesting. That was interesting. Really interesting to see the difference. Matt Boy says Gilles Karaoke Station. Wolverine was good. Yeah, Wolverine is particular. Pete Steckler says, how about a portable pirate station at a karaoke bar? That's interesting. Welsh, welcome. Anyone rate the DX394? Yeah, realistic Radio Shack DX394. It's a decent radio. I mean, for what it is. It's, I almost had a realistic or Radio Shack DX394 in the 90s. Unfortunately, it was a period where I was out of work, but I could have had one for like $70 or something like that. It was, if not $50. I remember it was a really low price, and it was the last one they had. So basically, from what I know, it's a decent shortwave performer. Some of you out there have it, and it looks nice. It's one of the last shortwave radios that was made by Radio Shack, or made for Radio Shack, basically, from what I believe. Here in Canada, at least. In the United States, maybe you guys have other ones, but I don't know. So, where can you listen to Pirates? Well, right now, 5150 kilohertz. I don't know where you are, Welsh. It's 5150 kilohertz AM and 6925 kilohertz upper sideband are rebroadcasting my show. So, well, you know what? It could, because NDK1 says all they would need is a way to stream the karaoke out onto the web, and the relay station can pick it up there. Well, they are already. The bar where I go does stream video and audio on the web live every night. So that's pretty cool. David says, how about bringing your wireless mic into the karaoke bar for the next show? Then we'll hear you singing through the same pirates who are relaying you right now. Yeah. But, like I said, they are already broadcasting live on the web. So from time to time, I go and see their cameras. So when they start broadcasting, or when they start the show where they start a karaoke night, basically that's when they turn on the camera. Dean Newman says, my grandfather gave me a DX440. I wish I still had them sing. I got, you know what? It's like yesterday. Yesterday we were talking about, old shortwave receivers, and selling, especially we're talking about the fact that I have a ICOM ICR 8500 here, and that I was really getting radio envy with the new ICOM ICR 8600 coming out